Okay, let's get started. On our left, Lombardi, Giulio Lombardi. On our right, um, Ziwei Mo. Okay, Ziwei Mo coming out with the pushing attack, and Lombardi does a counterattack with opposition in 8. It surprised me because Ziwei was actually coming quite slowly, but Lombardi, I guess, with his footwork, managed to kind of trap him and get in there pretty early, and so slip past Mo's tip, and Mo just went to the flank. So a little bit unlucky target choice. Here he is pushing again. Now Lombardi's pushing, of course, and a very good acceleration and direct finish. Ziwei seemed to try to step in with a parry there. That can be really effective, but he didn't get it in time, so Lombardi just got a really good straight attack. Here Ziwei did basically the exact same thing he did before, but he shortened up the attack, leading with the tip more, but still going kind of to the flank, but this time sneaking in around Lombardi's 8 line and getting right into the belly there. Well done. So he used the same situation, made a small modification, and got the touch. See if Lombardi's going to try to get the same touch. No, he's going back. And Mo went very direct. Really? Okay. That's a very acceptable call. But it could have gone either way, in my opinion. She could have said that Ziwei renewed the attack in time. That was interesting. Mo seemed to do a little bit of like a lateral movement and managed to get the touch in Preem. Very nice. See, Mo doesn't know if he should attack straight now or kind of push hard, because the first time he pushed hard, which is the very first touch, he got a counterattack, and so he started finishing more straight, and he got a touch, and then he tried to finish really straight again, and Lombardi got the getaway go. So he went out, Mo fell short, and then Lombardi got the touch. So it's there you go. He decided to go short again, short and sweet. This time he managed to get the touch. So Lombardi should really be thinking about doing some parry reposts. He honestly should have been thinking about doing parry reposts even earlier, but that's okay. Here he goes, pushing. Okay. He kind of went big. Lombardi kind of went big, and Ziwei tried to get his kind of reverse preem again. Yeah, Lombardi managed to get the counterattack again, slipped inside the kind of big hesitating attack. I call it a reverse. Okay, so yeah, attack from left, I agree. So the reason I just called it a reverse preem right there is because normally in preem you're parrying first. So you basically go down to 7, turn the blade over, and then bring it up. So you're parrying all of that. But 2 or 3 times now, Ziwei, he went over the top where he's actually not parrying anything at all, and he's just going straight to the target. And he did that as a counterattack, which was really strange, but it worked. I've never really seen that before, except for when you're doing it as an attack. Then that happens when you do it. Like here, if he were to then finish in preem, he wouldn't go through the low line. He would go over the top. Here he just did a well-timed counterattack. What? Okay. I would ask for video if I were Lombardi. Maybe he just feels, maybe she explained it in some way that convinced him. Or maybe I saw it wrong. I'd go back and look at it again because that just seemed really strange, but whatever. Lombardi's attacking. Parry post from Ziwei, but he fell short. And so Lombardi managed to get the getaway go off of Ziwei's parry post. Really good. Really nice touch. Lombardi's very explosive in his legs. Interesting. He got a parry repost, a good parry repost, but he was really, really close to Ziwei, and he still pulled the blade way back into this like huge compound action. So Ziwei sort of should have done a remise there, and maybe he kind of tried, but Lombardi managed to get the tip in. So it really takes a lot of skill to do that, to get to tip in from really far back like that, and he did it well. That was just a good finish from Ziwei, just sort of a slow attack. He drew out Lombardi's counterattack, which had been successful for Lombardi before, so it wasn't really a bad choice from Lombardi. But Ziwei managed to get the tip in this time. And there again, he goes pretty straight. I like that Ziwei is doing some pretty logical stuff. You know, he does one time he does attack with the tip far back where he's kind of hesitating. See there, he showed it again. Interesting. So he showed again this sort of reverse pre, but this time it was in attack, so it was not weird. It was good. That's a good kind of action. And then okay, nice parry post. Mo is going very straight. I mean, he's a lot taller. When you're taller than your opponent, going straight is easier. I mean, actually, a lot of stuff are easier when you're taller. It's not to say that the taller person always wins. Not it's not at all the case. Fencing is pretty balanced when it comes to that. There's certain body types do have advantages, but it's not so much that they're the only ones you see at the top. That was a much more classic preem. Okay, the referee agrees that Lombardi was outside of the strip. This is the strip. Yeah, Mo did a much more classic preem there, but he didn't get the touch on. And attack from right is off target. See, he's doing these very conservative straight attacks. This is simultaneous, in my opinion, unless... Yeah, she's going directly to the video before she makes the call. In the slow motion, she's going to be able to see details that, of course, I cannot see. And she's going to probably make a decision based on who's coming straighter with the arm. In my gut reaction, it looked like Lombardi was a little bit more straight with the arm, but I don't know. As a referee, I probably would have called simultaneous because it was just very fast. If I had been a referee there. Let's see. What does she say? Simultaneous. Okay. Even in the slow motion video, she decides it's simultaneous. I much prefer them to call simultaneous than to make some kind of opaque calculation in their head. Okay, 1 minute break. Okay, we skip over the 1 minute break. That's okay. I think Ziwei's doing a really good job with his very straight attacks. I think he should keep doing that. Where Lombardi's getting the touch, though, is with getaway go. So I think Lombardi should basically be trying to get those getaway goes. Or that was a very good, pretty much straight attack from Lombardi. Mo tried to get the stop hit there. It's the first time he tried that stop hit. I don't know, sometimes you got to try stuff, but it definitely was something new. Like it wasn't something that he knew was going to work. It was something that he thought this might work, and so he tried it. Very nice counter time. Yeah, Mo is afraid of Lombardi's counterattacks. So you see him doing the classic solutions to counterattacks, which is finishing quite straight and counter time. That was very nice. That was very nice. He actually he did like a very, very clear it was even more than a counter time. It was actually more like a second intention. So he pushed and pushed and pushed and stopped, and he baited an attack in preparation from Lombardi, which Lombardi did, and Mo got the parry repost, but his tip didn't go off on the shoulder. You know, it's not just like I'm not just saying that, oh, there we go. I love that. That was awesome. So Lombardi did a running attack. Mo parried. And so the thing is, you get one repost after your opponent runs by you. You get kind of one chance, one tempo, one moment to try and get him. But Lombardi was by so fast that Mo just turned around and took off after him, trying to get that repost in there. So really aggressive, really great. Sometimes you got to try something like that, but probably, I mean, after he takes one step, it's probably not going to be possible anymore for him to get the touch. Lombardi's doing a very good job of baiting Mo into compounding his attack. I don't know what happened there. Did he get flicked very hard? This is the second time he's really rubbing his shoulder. Maybe Lombardi is flicking him super hard on the collarbone. I mean, it can be very painful. It can be very painful to get flicked hard on those, or on the shoulder blade, for example. Don't get... Yeah, if Mo gets sucked in... Okay, there you go. That was a good finish. Oh, no. I think he's got some other issue. I don't... I how why? But Lombardi keeps going over and apologizing to him as if he did something. But I really don't know what he did. It was a very good parry post by Lombardi, and Mo also did the right thing by by attacking straight and then trying to work from there if he didn't get the touch. But Lombardi managed to step in and get the parry post in a really good way, which is the solution to a straight attack. So, they're both making good decisions. And it looked like Mo even kind of had the advantage there in the counter parry, but his shoulder just gave out. His shoulder seems fine now. Really not understanding what's going on with his shoulder. Maybe if I could watch it again, I would find out. But leave in the comments if you guys know. Oh my god. Great blade work from Mo. Yeah, it can't be something that Lombardi's doing, because I don't see any touch there to his shoulder, or any kind of whack to his shoulder or anything. Ziwe did a really amazing job of staying upright, in on guard position, catching those parries, trying to get those reposts, and that was a great parry war. And the infight. Yeah, Lombardi is just getting him on the infighting. So it's really anytime it's not just the infighting, it's also the counterattacks and the parry reposts. Interesting. I kind of felt it was a little bit more for Lombardi. I think it's a very good idea to call video there. Because that's the kind of thing that's going to be emphasized in the slow motion. So in the slow motion, it's going to be emphasized, I think, that Mo kind of stopped and that Lombardi didn't stop. That's the kind of thing that becomes very clear. So yeah, I can't remember. Lombardi is doing a good job of, when he's getting into the close distance, he's getting the touch. So Mo needs to really kind of, especially on the attack. So when Mo attacks, he needs to be very conservative, in my opinion. That was good. That was very good. I would say that's like medium conservative. He was slow, but he was really focused on getting that tip out in front of him in the moment that he felt that Lombardi was going to try to close the distance. And he did that successfully. That's dangerous. That's the second time he's tried to stop it, and it's not working. I think that's kind of just a safe action for him. I think he feels good doing that action, especially against a smaller opponent. So that's why I think he keeps kind of defaulting to it in these moments where Lombardi is putting pressure on him. Yeah, exactly. He's very conservative here. Very nice counter time by him. He tried it before. He's gotten it before, but he didn't manage to get the light on before with that exact same circle 6 flick to shoulder. But that was a very nice one. This bout is not over. 13-11. I mean, if it's a pool bout, it's 3-1. It's not over at all. Oof. Really? Maybe. Come on, come on. Okay, yeah, good. He apologizes. That's always a good look when you kind of freak out like that. This call was very tough for me to see. My initial reaction was a little bit for Mo. It's definitely one where I think she should, okay, go to the video. He really doesn't understand why. And I don't understand why either exactly. But she's explaining it to him. I think it's possible that Mo kind of hesitated a little bit before launching his very straight attack. And although Lombardi had his arm back, he was coming forward in a more uninterrupted way. In a more committed way. That was good. I get Lombardi in that moment. Mo was standing still until many times. When Lombardi put pressure on him, Mo would kind of run back. But this time Mo went down, so it was a very good switch up of the situation. Seriously? I don't know about that. Maybe she's really seeing it better than me. Probably she is. But that was very tough to see. This right-of-way action is very tough to see. Yeah, I mean, Mo doesn't agree either, It's tough. It's tough. I guess she felt... Yeah, I mean, what she's saying with her hand gestures there is that she felt that Mo stopped. So he started coming forward, and then he stopped, and his attack was basically no. And Lombardi got the attack. So for Lombardi, in that last bout, what was really important was the getaway goes. So he managed to make Chen Long either sorry, what am I saying? Mo Ziwei either stop his attack or fall short and then take over, and he managed to do that both on a traditional attack by Mo, on a parry repost by Mo, so where he managed to get away from the repost and then take over the attack, and he managed it in the last touch, um, in the middle area. Yeah, so right after the alley, Mo takes 2 steps forward, stops, and then he's able to take over. At least that's what the ref saw. So very great bout by Lombardi, doing what he does. He took advantage of the close distance as well. He managed to get in close with counterattacks, with parry posts, with infighting. He got also not too many attacks, but he got one really good attack when Mo tried to get the stop hit. And Mo did actually a really good job with his straight attacks. He got most of his touches off of these straight attacks, and I think he got at least one touch on counter time, maybe even two. So when he was focused, it seemed to me that when he was focused on um, defeating Lombardi's counterattack, he was being pretty successful. And where he was getting in trouble was when he tried to do too much of a compound attack to sort of try to get around Lombardi's parries, or try to get Lombardi to, yeah, it's basically ultimately it's to try to get around Lombardi's parries. It's trying to get Lombardi to sort of panic parry and then get in there. That's when he would suffer, because he would accelerate in order to provoke that reaction, and then they would end up really close, and then that's where Lombardi had the advantage. So he suffered when he tried to do that, and then also um, yeah, then he suffered on the getaway goes. So where he would fall short, and then Lombardi would take over. So it's good about Lombardi kind of caught him between a rock and a hard place, and that's just how these bouts go. Well done, both of them. And something was wrong with Mo's shoulder. I think that definitely had an impact.